Hello and welcome to the NASCAR Legends here at Richmond. We are in the first race of the week here on Monday evening, and we are just about ready to get into qualifying for what should be a fun, competitive race in this one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with some of the fastest guys. These are the guys that run this all the time, and they've got a great feel for this car. And it's a 4.3K strength of field, so a very large strength of field. Probably going to be the largest of the week if I had to guess, with how the splits work now. And we are the number 3 in this one, so got our work cut out for us, but we'll see what we can do. I really like Richmond. It's probably my favorite short track, at least one of them. I enjoy driving around here with the banking and carrying a lot of speed. And hopefully we can hit our marks here in qualifying. It's going to be tough.
Green flag, green flag.
Gotta drive it to the edge, but not have it slip out from under you. Oh wow, I pushed a little bit too wide there, unfortunately. That's okay, I guess. That was okay.
P3, you're now 0.
Could have been better. I feel like I missed my mark a little bit, unfortunately, and... Oh, I was going to say the second lap's not going to matter as much anyway because of the loss of grip, but it's definitely not going to matter if we brush the wall, so... Really tough to get the best speed out of this. I think I did about as good as I could have hoped in the .3 range. My best was a .1, but I think the track conditions might be a little bit different right now. Got your pole sitter with a .2. We just barely missed out on P3 by thousandths of a second there. Whole time at a 210, so maybe we could have hit the 164 I hit in practice if I didn't wobble around so much like I did. But I'm not too concerned about it. These races are long, and I've got plenty of time to move forward if we can hopefully save the tires. I've got my brake bias back at 46%, which got to be real careful on the entry sometimes, but I do like how much turn it gives us through the corner. I'm going to do a practice pit stop here as well, because this is a very tough pit road to get into, along with Dover, probably one of the toughest on the NASCAR schedule. Because you have to spend so much time on the racing surface on the bottom there, and then going on that transition onto the apron can really mess with you, especially in this car. So hopefully, I think we'll be okay. I should be able to get it done if we need to. As we wait for all the times to come in here. Pretty consistent temperatures out there on the track. It's a cool track here at a night race. So lots of grip out there. Probably could have been more aggressive with the throttle. I don't know. Might be where I lost some of that speed. I don't really know what the tires are going to do long run. Guess it kind of depends on how you drive, because if you drive into the corner real hard, you're going to cook the right front, of course. But I feel like it could end up on that right rear as well if I start trying to guess it up too much exiting turns 2 and 4, because it can get loose on you out there. So we continue to fall. So kind of a middle of the pack qualifying lap for us, it looks like. But again, we got lots of time. It's a really strong field, so we'll just try to keep it steady. Hopefully we have a clean race, don't have to miss anything. Sometimes races at Richmond on iRacing can turn into wreck fests. But I feel like we might have a decent group here. Can hopefully avoid that, but especially early on, I could see guys driving it a little bit too hard, pitching it sideways, and we could get ourselves some messes. Hopefully not. At least we'll be on the inside. I think I like that. Make sure my brake bias is still where I want it. Sure is. We'll do a good luck all in the chat.
P7. Car
Now, I
number
don't think we're going to
3.
have to pit.
Line up on the inside. Pit road is closed
Yeah,
right
we
now.
shouldn't. 118 laps of fuel for a 100-lap race. So
The
no,
estimated SOF is 4,300.
no pitting required unless it's yellow.
We expect to be fighting for the podium.
Podium seems optimistic. I don't know about that. I think I'd be happy with a top 5, and I don't even know if I'm going to get that. I think probably a realistic goal is maybe try to finish at our qualifying position or better. I think that's reasonable. Have a clean race. I don't feel like I'm one of the best
Still
out there.
waiting on 2 cars to grid. Waiting on the final car to grid.
Good luck to Christopher. C says, welcome back. I think it's probably the first race I've done with him since I came back. Good luck to him. I think he's qualified, yeah, pretty near me right there in 10th. I think I can see him. Should be able to see him out the rear view right here at the start. I know he races this series a lot, so he'll probably be pretty good. There he is, that 4-car back there.
Have a good race.
No Gavin here in this one. I wonder if he's trying ARCA this week. They're at a short track, so he might have went and run that to start the week, or maybe he's just busy. I know he's very busy these days. What gear are we going to start in? Looks like second.
55 miles per hour.
We'll have 2 to green. I do have to be very careful on the inside, because it seems like when you're down low, it can pitch sideways on you even easier when the tires are cold. The 2 in front of us, Keegan's one of those guys that races this car a ton. I know, so might be able to pick up on what he's doing and learn some things. Pretty much everybody in front of us is one of those guys, though, to be fair. So it'll be a tough one, but it's great to have a real strong field here in the 87 series. It was kind of hard to find one last week at Pocono. So I think if you want a real good competitive race, you kind of have to get into this this first race of the week. And you're pretty much guaranteed to get some real strong competitors out here to finish ahead of you. So 100 laps, we'll try to keep the tires on it, see what happens. Try to avoid sliding around a bunch, heating them up and all that. Number 5 will get the jump.
Car is off. Time to do your job. Green flag. Green flag. Car outside. Keep low.
Okay. They break a little bit early. We were ready for it though.
There is a car on the high side.
Gonna have that. Guys stacking up on these starts.
Still there. Still there.
So holding on to our outside, that 10 car. Here's where we gotta be very careful.
P6.
Stay low.
Keep it steady into the corner. Looks like both lanes are pretty strong. That middle lane as well.
Stay low.
Could make for some good racing here.
The car ahead
But also some tough passes, I bet.
14. And their rating is.
And I'm not feeling too bad about where we are. I think we can save tires pretty well down here at the bottom. As long as we keep ourselves
The guy behind has just done a
steady and consistent.
23.79.
Still there.
Make sure we don't drift up into them.
Still there. You're in 4th position.
Okay, Colton. The next car is car number 2.
Still there. Clear outside.
Right, we will clear him, and we are in P4 now, so we've gained a couple spots. But gotta keep the tires on it, so don't want to overdrive myself here. No instant caution, which is great. There's always a chance of that with the cold tires. the way they jump out from under you here, but again, it's very, very strong field, so I think lots of the guys in here, they know what they're doing, if not all of them. I want to try to get the car turning as much as possible with these brakes. Almost kind of wonder if I should have gone even more aggressive with it, but I don't want to spin myself out or anything dumb. Trying to keep it close to the bottom. And if the car's not wanting to stay down there, don't force it, because that's where the tire wear comes in.
That lap was a 24.02.
Probably over driving just a smidge right now. I can probably back it down a little bit more.
P4.
Ten's catching up to us a little bit. Don't really want to push it any harder than we are at the moment, though.
That was a 24.2.
I think a lot of the tire savings will probably come in this mid-corner area. I'm still wondering if we're going to get on that right rear as well, if we're going to start feeling loose on exit. I tried a little bit of a longer run in practice. I feel like I didn't learn too much from it, though. I think I needed to go a little bit longer to really start feeling how the car would start reacting. Plus, not always easy to simulate race conditions, because, of course, I had to race side by side the first handful of laps. That's going to do some things to the tires, heat them up and such. Ooh, stabbed the brake a little bit mid-corner there, got a little bit too rotated. It's actually kind of fast, though. But don't really want to make a habit of that. Don't really need to be dirt tracking around the corner.
Your last lap time was a 24.22.
I think we're doing pretty good, though. We've got over half a second behind us now. I don't think I'm overdriving, but I might be. We'll find out, I guess. I have to assume the strategy
Just done a
for this
24.34.
race will be like any other in the 87s, where if we get a caution, probably want to take two tires, right? I guess we'll see. No green flag pit stops, though. Always gets me confused in this series, because some races you get green flag pit stops, some of them you don't.
24.29.
Just depends on where you're at. Shorter tracks, I think typically you'll have no fuel issues. Larger tracks, like Pocono last week, you'll need to come in and get some gas. I feel like we could run like a higher line. I was practicing that a little bit before the race. Run a higher line and get a good run off, but I don't know if it's faster. It might be a way to get a run on somebody to make a pass, though, if we need to do that. Pitting out, that guy says. That might have been an accidental thing, unless he actually is in the pits.
Sorry there, Art.
We're hanging on the back of the 2 right now. I don't feel like we're necessarily all that much faster right now. I don't know if I really want to try to get around them or anything, although that 14's coming up on us.
That was a 24.58.
Maybe we do have to get around them here. I think the high line works better in 1 and 2, so maybe I'll try to get a run there. See what we can do.
Car outside. Clear
Or
outside if you want it.
get to his inside on the exit. I did not mean to do that.
That was 24.53.
He looks like he might be getting tight. He's running that little bit of a higher line all of a sudden. Got a little bit loose there. Trying to get a run. It's not really working though.
That lap time was 24.52. Okay, Colton, your lap times are pretty consistent.
Passing is going to be difficult, I think. Let's try that higher line again, I guess.
Car inside. Still there, hold your line.
Still looking like it works
Clear
better in
inside.
1 and 2 than 3 and 4. I got up right behind me. I think that got me more loose. Getting a run is not really working. Might have to try to get him on exit or something. Try to cut low.
Your lap time was 24.63.
Still early, so maybe I really shouldn't be even trying to push it. Maybe just wait for my opportunity when it comes, rather than trying to force something to happen. Just getting nervous because that 14's right behind us, and I don't really want to lose spots. Does feel like the car's getting looser, so might be on that right rear after all.
Good consistency. Keep them coming.
Inside. Keep high. Clear.
I'm trying.
That last lap was a
Car inside.
24.68.
Clear inside.
Definitely works better in 1 and 2 than 3 and 4. Just can't quite get there.
Car inside. Clear inside.
Went a little bit too high. Nothing working there.
You've just done a 24.75.
Maybe try middle. That gets loose on exit. I don't know, I feel like I'm just hurting my tires trying to make a pass, and that's not going to happen.
Okay, Colton, your lap times are pretty consistent.
Yeah, I think all that did was even our tires, because now I feel like I'm just about the same speed as the guy ahead. So, maybe trying to make the pass wasn't really the plan. Probably just needed to wait until it happened naturally. So we're kind of starting to reel him back in a little bit.
Your last lap time was at 24.76.
Just need him to slip up one time or something. I can get my nose down there. Not happening. We get a little loose there on that front stretch.
Your
I
lap
didn't
time
mean to
was at
squeeze you. I thought I was clear, dude. My
24.89.
bad.
Car outside. Clear up top.
Get the car inside call there, but only in the middle of the corner a little bit.
Outside. Stay low.
Come on.
Clear outside. Car outside. Keep low. Clear up top.
I slipped up too much there.
P3,
You're now in
car
third.
front of us is
Car
Spicer,
inside.
car number 1, and their rating is
Stay high. There's a car on the
7.3.
low side. Still there. Hold your line. Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
We're getting passed because we got stuck
Keep
on the
high.
outside trying to make that pass.
That's good consistency, keep it up. That lap time was 24.86.
Still inside. Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
He's gonna get around us.
Clear.
P4.
Car inside. Clear inside.
Oh, tried to snap on us. Okay. Don't do that. Alright, gotta do a couple smooth laps, I think, to get the tires back under control, because we pushed it there, and I think they got real
Okay,
hot.
Colton, the next car is Parks, car number 14, and their rating is 3.0.
It's funny, it's like the 14 was waiting for me to make that pass, and then he pounced on us whenever we did. Don't know if that was his plan, but it worked out really well for him. So we gain one, we lose one, we end up in the same spot. That doesn't seem right. I did all the dang work. Though I didn't do that great of a job, I do feel like I pushed up a little bit
P4.
too much. Trying to keep it at the bottom, getting around the 2. I'll have to look at that later if I remember to. Make sure I was holding my line enough.
Alright, Colton, that's good consistency, keep it up.
Car's definitely loose though. So, turns out we were gonna get on that right rear. cautions, though. It's been a great race. Might find myself wishing there was one by the time we get to lap 100. If my tires are not good, but... And we're doing some smoother laps, starting to feel a little bit more steady. One car is absolutely gone, or rather the 5 car who was in the P1 spot. He is absolutely gone. He's got it figured out. Starting to get a little loose on the front stretch as well, under throttle.
Was a 24.92.
We're not even halfway in this thing yet. This has been a very physical race. Takes a lot of focus, a lot of pinpoint car placement. Slid through turns 1 and 2 there. That was not great. Entered with just a little bit too much speed. Try a little bit of a cut down line here, see what that does. Looks like it's about equal. Might be better than 3 and 4 though. I can start doing that.
Hey, you Blake and Chris.
Man, the car's really getting loose.
That lap was a 25.00.
We want to step out on you.
Run you high. No, it's all good, buddy. I just didn't know where you were at. You were kind of blinking a little bit.
Oh shoot, that's back. Alright, thank you for letting me know.
It's all good. It only happened when I got like
Like to the finish.
You're good.
10-4.
Halfway home.
Looks
got plenty
like
of fuel.
Christopher
Lap times are pretty
saved his
consistent.
tires really
Yeah,
well
I think
because
you're
he is
gonna
coming
give me
up at about a million miles an
Actually
hour.
kinda worked out.
I don't think we're going to have anything for him. He's got a lot of speed currently.
That lap was a 25.03.
Yeah, he's going to get us here.
That lap was a 25.07.
I'll give it to you low here.
Inside. Stay high. There's a car on the low side. Stay high. Clear. Inside.
Thank you, Colton, much appreciated.
Trying to file in, but
6th place.
Still there. Inside. Stay
Who wants to
inside.
take advantage of that opportunity? I worked hard to pass him, and now he's going to get by us again. That sucks.
Still there, hold your line.
He runs us up.
Clear
That's fair. It's
inside.
kind of what I accidentally did earlier.
You've just done a 25.44.
So we're equal now. I think that's fair.
The next car is car number 2.
Got some distance behind us at
Lap
least.
time was 25.08.
About 2 seconds back to the next guy. Seems like the middle line's the place to be. Seems like that's where the guys ahead in front of us right now are heading. Guys are migrating up the track, it seems.
Your lap time was at 25.00.
Might be where we want to be now. It seems like maybe the track conditions have changed, or at least that low line has gotten too cool or too hot. So get the cooler track up on that upper groove. Loose though. Be careful on throttle.
That was a 25.00.
There's a car high.
Something's going on back there. Hopefully no wrecks. I think it would probably benefit us, but I think I would rather this go green anyway. Kind of ripping this high line here at Richmond. It's a lot of fun.
Your lap time was 24.92. Okay, Colton, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
Kind of hoping that running this high line will get on our right front a little more, maybe balance the way this is handling a little bit, because it was definitely feeling like it was on the right rear. Catching back up to these guys.
Hey, is it a setup thing for this week? Because I've got like no feel on my steering wheel.
I had to bump my force feedback up a little bit. I know what you're talking about.
Like I've bumped it up a couple points already. I'm still hardly feeling anything. I was worried that my power cable unplugged or something.
Yeah, interesting. These 87 cars are usually really bumpy. You feel every bump about 10 times what you do other
Get a little
stuff.
closer here. Maybe I can make you bump your feel something.
Funny.
I feel like we always run beside each other on the racetrack, Chris.
You've just done a 24.95.
Car inside. Clear inside.
This is a pretty cool race. They're still running that middle line, but I've run a little bit higher, and I'm liking how that feels. Make sure I don't get into the back of them here. Oh. Still that right rear is not happy though.
That lap was a 25.05.
Oof. I looked at the relative at the wrong moment and lost my place on the track. Touched the wall a little bit. I don't think any harm done though. Just looking at it because I see that 6 car is coming up to us. .30 to go.
Your last lap time was a 25.04.
Suddenly I'm not gaining on them anymore with this higher line. Oh, my left hand is really cramping. I gotta make sure I don't grab the wheel so tight. I always do that.
25.00.
If we do like a slider line, how that would work. Not really good at all. Six is flying across that low line. He's just gonna get around us. There's no stopping that.
Inside. Still inside. Clear. Inside. Keep high. Keep high. Clear inside. Car inside. Still there inside. Stay high. Clear inside. Inside. Still there at the bottom.
That's what I can do about all that.
Still there at the bottom.
Fighting him a little bit,
Stay
but
high.
it's not
Still
really
there inside.
anything worse. Oh, we got internet issues. Don't do that.
Still there inside.
I hope I'm not blinking.
Alright, Colton, lap times are pretty consistent.
Clear inside.
This guy's trying to pass me. Probably never, but that's a bad time for that to happen. So, predictably the 6 will get around us. Oops. I gotta stop looking at the relative. Every time I do, I get the wall.
That lap time
I don't
was
think anyone else is on our path, though.
25.10.
Got fresher tires coming up. Some guys decided they wanted to try to pit. Hopefully they get around us quick.
That last lap was a 25.
The car
3-0.
inside. Stay high. There's a car on the low side. Clear inside. Inside. Keep high. Still there.
Maybe he'll open up a door for us.
Clear inside.
Ooh. Swung to the side, the inside there, as we were on the brakes.
Car
Tried to
ahead
snap
is
inside on
1
us.
lap behind. 7th position.
Fortunately, won't open any doors for us. I was hoping it would. Ugh. Gosh, this car is a handful. It really wants to snap on exit. We're way on the outside up there. Lap down. Not sure what they're up to. They're a lap car. I don't know if they got damage or something. More fresher tires coming up.
Inside.
Or inside.
Still there. Hold your line. Stay high. Still inside. Clear.
Okay, Colton, the next car is 1 lap behind.
Things are really getting mixed up here with all these lap cars now in the fold. Oh, Jesus. I just spun.
There we go.
That's bad. I'm in a bad
It
spot.
looks like you've got some engine trouble. You've probably lost some power. You've got wheel damage. We got damage on the front end.
Right.
Pit lane speed limit is
Well, that's not
40
good.
miles per hour. Expect traffic when you exit the pits. When we leave the pits, we think we'll be in P12. You got loads of fuel.
Thankfully, don't bring out the yellow.
Pit box in 10,
Guess if we're here, we'll take some tires.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. All the damage is repairable.
Right front, 75%. Left front, 88%.
We're done. Get going.
There's a
Just
car
a heads
approaching.
up. You know
Don't
that you
cross
only
the
have
white
one
line.
set
Well,
of
that was an
tires remaining.
unplanned green flag
Car
pit stop, I
outside.
guess.
Clear up top.
Not gonna be good, obviously, but didn't really have much of a choice.
Car outside.
And things worked out the way
Clear
they did.
outside.
I just got on the brakes a little bit too hard, I guess, and it broke sideways.
13th place.
Gotta be real careful here because I don't know how this damage is gonna affect us. So we definitely got some damage. Feel it in the handling.
We're quickest right now. That lap was a 24.69.
We'll just have to be smart about how we get around these guys. I'm obviously out of contention now.
The gap to Romero behind is increasing. It's now.
Man, I make a real habit of green flag pit stopping in this series whenever we don't need to, huh?
We're quickest at the moment. That was a
That time I even didn't plan to, but it still
24.62.
happened. We're down on power on these straightaways. Kind of an awkward spot because then they're faster.
You've just done a 24.74.
Around, trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. That really stinks because I really didn't have to do anything except hold my
Outside.
spot. I wasn't even really trying that hard. It was just
Clear outside.
just gonna hang out behind him. There's no reason for me to pass because he's just gonna keep catching back up to me.
25.18. The gap behind is now 1.61.
We'll just try to stay in front of the 9. See if we can at least salvage 13th.
Great job. Time to
Last
go.
lap time was at 25.37. You've just done a
At the very least, I'm glad that
25.13.
me spinning didn't bring out the yellow. That doesn't affect anyone else's race.
That last lap was a 25.07. The gap to Romero behind is increasing. It's now 2.6. That lap time was 25.13. The gap to P6 behind is now 2.7.
Well, I threw away a good finish, but I don't really know what else could have done different other than just be better, to be honest. Maybe, I think what I've learned from this is I didn't need to put the brake bias as low as I did, because the car was going to end up loose anyway. And I think having the brake bias real low is what caused me to just get on the brakes just a little bit too much in the corner there, and it spun me around. So I think next time I'd do this race, I would not have the brake bias as low as I did, because it wasn't necessary and it ended up hurting me.
5 laps to go. This is less than optimal.
Less than optimal.
The gap to
2 laps to
P13
go. 2
behind
to
is
go.
now 4.0 seconds.
I'm going to give plenty of space here as I go side by side.
Car outside. Outside, clear.
I think we got about 3 to go, because I think we're 1 lap down. We might be 2, actually. Probably 2, now that I think about it. Because I was stuck there for a while. Yeah, we're 2 laps down, so... We might be coming to white flag here soon.
Allow the guy behind to pass.
You just got the white flag. That means 1 more lap to go.
Yeah, here it is.
White flag, 1 more to go. That lap time was 25.27.
Nice win, Sean. Hell of a job, Jaron. Take number 14 and stick it in second place in this tactical. Good job.
Alright, 13th is where we end up.
There's Sean. Nice win, buddy.
P13, that's the end of the
Park
race.
it.
Ticket flag, ticket flag.
That's the end of the session.
Bring it back
Good
to the
race,
pits. We're going.
Thanks, John.
Hell yeah, pretty impressed by your pace there, Jalen. That was awesome.
Yeah, when I see Cal catching them, I was like, oh my god, am I going to burn my stuff up too? That was impressive, John. Very impressive.
Alright, just apologize to that guy for, because I know I drifted up a little bit too much. He returned the favor later, which was all fair, and then, I karma'd myself later, so, is what it is. I'm kind of curious what the tires ended up being, but I definitely must have been on that right rear. So, did not need the, brake bias way back. So we will see the incidents now, including ours. That'll definitely show up, especially me hitting the barrel. First thing we'll see, lap 14. Just some wall hits, not too much. Oh, that's, oh wow, that was almost a wreck right there. That's probably where the 8 ended up with some damage. I think I remember him saying there's a car high. And that's probably what he was referring to there. Guy kind of just drifts up into him. And then there's me being a dummy. Let's see if we can tell what happens here. I think I entered a little bit too hard. Yeah, I entered a little bit too hard, got on the brakes a little bit too hard, and it pulled it to the left. That brake bias being too high. I need to be smoother with that. And started catching up to the 9, which made me stab my brakes again. Gets me sideways. Trying to do my best here. Get around the cone so I don't give myself a penalty on top of everything. Best I could have done with my circumstance there. So, just a case where I enter a little bit too hard and then the brake bias spun me around, pulled me too far to the left. It started doing that later in the run. Pulled me to the left real hard. And it just snapped on me. It just took the bumper off. I just had to be very delicate not to back up too much onto the track and cause a yellow. So I know the leader had a freaking 14-second lead. I'm sure he would not have been happy to lose that because of some Dumbo wrecking in the back. And that was the last thing that happened in the race, so overall a very clean race. Would have been cleaner if I hadn't showed up, but overall pretty clean. We finished next to last because we spun out. But that'll happen. That happens sometimes. We'll see the damage here in the race results page. I'll bring that up now. Should be ready. Yeah, here it is. So we'll lose 101 iRating. That's like a whole week of iRating that we just lost. No safety rating change despite our... I think I got a 2x. Yeah, 2x out of that. But really strong field. We were in place to get, I don't know, 7th. But just not the right game plan entering into the race with my brake bias settings and all that stuff. A little bit too far back for me to handle. And it ended up biting us once that right rear got too worn out. So I guess I gotta get good. But that'll do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry to disappoint in the finishing department, but I hope it was entertaining anyway. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.